Hi, I'm, if you haven't heard of me yet, I'm Frostbite. And I'm going to tell you how I came to rule this kingdom. Well, almost. Very unrightfully, I'll tell you. This kingdom, in my time, belonged to a very noble and kind queen. I would know. My mother had only moved here because, well, that was her best friend. This story starts when I was only a dragonette. Had I been young? Yeah. Was that an excuse? Definitely not. My dad and my mom were both not home. Of course I was home alone, but, well, usually my mother was here. But something was different this time. There was nothing on the table where I studied from home, where there almost always was. Mother usually left something for me. I was old enough to take care of myself. Of course I was. Why wouldn't I be? My father came through those doors like it meant the world to him. I still remember how aggressively he told me it was time to go. No warning, just leave. That was all. Of course, my stubborn little dragonette brain didn't understand this. This was my home. Stubbornly, I sat down and I told him, no, I'm not leaving. My father had been concerned, but said, then I'll have to leave you. I didn't understand it. My father just walked out on me. He is gone. For a long time. Little did I know, he wouldn't be coming back. It wasn't one of those went to get milk situations, as I had been told happened as a dragonette. It had been one of those son, your mother is evil kind of situations. She's not evil to comprehend. She's just a little different. Yes, now we're here. The day I turned into an adult. Also, the day I found out why my dad had left. Still remember a guard bursting in. I still remember it. A guard bursting in, crying. Your mother has been banished and your father has left a pipsqueak. Confused, I muttered something the guard clearly mustn't have liked. I'm saying you either flee or come and live in the jail. I didn't know what was happening. The guard had said something like, come with me, until he got a call that really seemed to concern him. Something in my mind told me I should run. But the guard looked at me with such sorrow in his eyes and he said, I can't tell you what to do. He turned and he fled. It reminded me of what my father had done. I sat, almost to tears, but decided to finally figure out what was going on. My mother had been best friends with the queen. Whatever had happened must have something to do with their friendship. Maybe the queen died and didn't have a successor, but why would she be banished? I walked in through one of my favorite entrances. Best spot to watch. Come out right there, and I was allowed up there because the queen just loved me. When they put on performances or arena battles, I was always sitting there. But this time, when I flew into the palace, I wasn't quite welcomed how I had hoped. I didn't remember much of that night, except sitting in the rain, wondering what had gone wrong. I remembered being told the story of how my mom, very noble, somehow came and stole the whole treasury and left without a sign. I was crushed. I mean, who wouldn't be? But I had to pull it together. One day this would be my kingdom. I rose, and I, Prince Frostbite, would have to be ready for the challenge. But I had time, right? This wasn't a right now situation, was it? It was fine. Whatever it was, I was now a prince. It was my duty to protect this land from whatever my mother wanted to do with it. Before I even thought straight, it all came to me. Why my father had left. Because of my mother's thievery. Wonder if he knew he was a king. Or if he was just hiding himself. Coward. I've had prouder moments. But that is how I came to rule this land. And now, everyone knows me, not as Frostbite, but Prince Frostbite.